Hello everyone and welcome to the 20th episode of the Simply Mental podcast. Today I have a very special guest, my dog Buddy and my other dog Tucker back there. But today we are going to be talking about a surprise that I have not mentioned on my podcast yet. So I self-published my own book called Embrace Your Inner Sunshine, a hands-on approach to personal development. We're going to be talking about that today with my very special guest, Buddy and Tucker. So, I have wrote and self-published this activity book on Amazon to really help to hopefully improve your mental wellness. And I will read to you the back, so the description of the book. It says, use this guide to help you on your journey learning about yourself. It could improve your mental wellness and give you a new perspective of life. If you complete the tasks, you could learn more about yourself, engage in fun activities, and become your best self. So, I love writing, first of all, and my mom has always had this goal of writing a book herself, and I think ever since she shared that with me, it's become one of my personal goals as well, because I think it's really amazing that you can put your creativity on paper and people will want to read it, So, and obviously one thing I'm very passionate about is mental wellness, so I created this activity book to hopefully help improve your overall mental wellness. So it contains, careful, I just put my dog back on the bed, but in this book it contains 31 days of activities as well as daily quotes, and I'll read you the first quote. So the first quote in this book is, "Healing takes time, and asking for help is a courageous step," by Mariska Hargitay. And one thing I've added on here is a resources page to use. So I added my podcast, I added the suicide and crisis lifeline numbers, and I added websites that you can go to if you feel you need extra help. So each day there's a new activity. If you see, here, I'll open to a random page. Okay, so day 22. The activity is, listen to your favorite song. Music can help heal the mind. Listen to music and have a relaxation day today. And I also added a recommendation. So because it was day 22, obviously I had to recommend 22, Taylor's version by Taylor Swift. And after each day, there's a quote. So the quote for this day is, "Everything will be so good so soon. Just hang in there and don't worry about it too much," by Adam J. Kurtz. And I really do hope that this book will help you, because I know that these activities have helped me immensely, and my overall goal is just to help you all. So, and another thing that I added into my book is 2 weeks of journaling after you finish the month of activities. So there's just, I think, like 14 pages of journaling. Well, yeah, if there's 2 weeks. But, so that means that each day you can write down your thoughts. There are no journal prompts, but you can just write down anything you want. I think that can leave a lot of room for you to be creative as well. Or if there are any activities that you want to redo, like for day 19, it's daily positive affirmations. You could redo that. So there's really endless choices for you to do on the journaling pages. But some different activities that this book has are, there are coloring pages. Let me show you my favorite coloring page. I think there are 2 or 3 coloring pages. So here is one of them. I think it's absolutely adorable. For one thing, I I'm a very creative person, so I love to color, I love to draw, I love like everything in that aspect. So there are a couple pages in there. There is this one that is fill in your battery, so you can color that in, and as well as being in touch with your emotions and your feeling in your body as well. And then there's another page, scribble how you believe your current emotion will draw on the page. I think that's a really fun one because you get to be creative and say you're happy. Maybe you would draw lightly. Maybe you would draw like little, like scribble little flowers, whatever. But maybe if you're really angry, you would draw very heavily, or maybe you would draw like clouds in a storm. Whatever it is, like you have the ability to have fun with it and be creative. And I really love that as well. And I have used these activities and they have helped me immensely. So hopefully they'll help you. There is a crossword puzzle. I'm not quite sure it works because when I did it, I thought it worked. But now that it's printed, I'm not sure. So I'll have to go back and check that. But if not, then you can do you can cross out the prompts if you want to. Do words that do work. You can color in the boxes. You can do whatever you want. This page, even if it doesn't work, you can do whatever you want with it. And you can still keep it as a fun puzzle, just without filling out the crossword. But if it doesn't work, then I will go back and try and fix that. But I do really think that, I know that these activities have helped me, so I do really think that they will help you, hopefully. And I hope you all like my book. I worked really hard on this, and I did have a few ups and downs along the way. I mean, this is my first book that I have wrote and I have published, so obviously there are going to be a few setbacks, but I am so proud of how it came out. I'm so excited that I'm finally announcing it on here because I know, like, week after week I keep posting interviews, but I haven't gotten a chance to post about my book yet. So I'm very, very excited about it. And I really do hope that everybody who tries it gets good use out of it. And I hope that you just have fun with it too, because it's not supposed to be too, like, don't take it too seriously. Say for day, let's find one. For day 16, it's identify your bears and bees. Bears are the big issues that cause us stress in a day. Bees are the smaller issues that cause us stress in a day. Bears and bees are important to recognize. So maybe for like one of your bears, it could be that you don't know what you're making for dinner, you know? And maybe one of your bees is, well, that would probably be a bee, actually, that you don't know what you're making for dinner. And maybe your bear is that, I don't know, you have a huge national pageant coming up in July and you want to practice for it. Like, it doesn't have to be, you don't have to take it too seriously. So just make sure that you're having fun with it, because I really do think that that'll be the best way that'll be the way you get the best outcome from it. So today for the quote, we are going to actually do one from my book. And so let's find a good one. Ooh, I like this one. Okay. So the quote is by Akshay Dubey? I don't know. But the quote is, healing doesn't mean the damage never existed. It means the damage no longer controls your life. And I really do like this quote because I think it's really important to remember that, well, everybody goes through hard times, and just because you heal, it doesn't take away from the fact that you went through something traumatic, and like something hard, but you are strong enough to move on in life and to to just keep pushing forward. So I think that this quote is really great just to help us remember that. So thank you all so much for listening today. I will put the link in the bio for where to get my book. And hopefully, if you try it out, it helps you. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Thank you all so much for listening to this week's episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you for the next episode.